The mission of the Nampa Family Justice Center is to promote safety, self-sufficiency, hope, and healing to those affected by abuse. So we wrap around them in the safety and making sure if they're wanting a protection order, or if they're needing a safety plan or a safe house or cameras for their house, whatever it is that they're needing, depending on their circumstances, that's what we're going to help them with. Self-sufficiency, we're going to make sure that they can get on their feet and they can have the funding that they need and the movement forward without having to rely on an abuser to become self-sufficient. So if they need a job, if they're needing housing or a place for their kids, a daycare or a school for their kids, and whatever services they might need to help them become self-sufficient, our case managers will be there with them and walk the road and the journey with them. And then the healing part, we have counselors on site and we have groups, psychoeducational groups, and we have things just to help them with their healing process so they can thrive and grow and thrive in their community.
We average about 836 services a month. And so this room, of course, gets depleted. So come on in. This is a confidence closet. This is for our ladies. We have a lot of cleaning items, things people don't think of to give us, but we go through a lot of specifically laundry detergent and those kinds of things. We rely a lot on the community to bring in, our needs, meet our needs.
When I came here, they went over what types of abuse there was. There was financial, there's verbal, there's mental, gaslighting, there's stalking, there's strangulation, which were all of what he did. But I didn't know that was abuse. I just thought it was just physical. You live in a world where they give you just that little bit of hope that he's going to change. Then you get to the point where I don't think that this is what's happening. I don't think that there is another point of ever changing. But when I started coming here, that's when I realized that there was words for the abuse, that I had rights, that I didn't deserve to be abused.
Prior to the Family Justice Center, there was a lot of negative outcomes because of the response that our system had. Not because there were people who were not well intended, but we were sending people to multiple locations. Come here, file a police report. Go over here, get a protection order. Go to the hospital. Go now you need to go to counseling. Oh, you need to go get a medical exam. Not only were we sending them to different locations, but we were asking them to repeatedly tell their story, share their experience over and over and over again with complete strangers. I often tell people I'm shocked that anybody was able to follow through because of how complicated we made it for them. Our system is not set up for victims and survivors. But Family Justice Center's job was to change that. And it was to co-locate professionals in a collaboration with the people we were serving, with the victims coming through our door in mind. So their experience is our priority.
I didn't have to drive around town to find the spots, because if I would have had to do that, I probably wouldn't have done it. Because I had enough strength for that day just to get here.
So I went to the Canyon County Courthouse and not having a clue what I needed to do. And there was a lady walked up and said, "Ma'am, can I help you?" And I told her, yeah, and I found out she was an advocate from the Nampa Family Justice Center. And she not only walked me through filing, she came back and went to court with me on the day that I had to go to court. And when I came here, I had gotten a phone call later that week and invited me to a over 50 women's group who had all dealt with trauma. And I decided to come. And that's how I got here. And I've been here ever since. I've taken several classes and had counseling. And it's just a beautiful place of healing.
I've had friends who I have referred them or family members into the Family Justice Center, and they come back later and they tell me, "Oh, I worked with Heidi, or I worked with so-and-so." And then they share with me how they're being treated. When I get to hear it from the people that we were meant to serve, it is one of the most rewarding things.
The people here are also warm and loving, and The hugs were wonderful. I spent months not talking, just sitting in the sessions and things and crying, because that was all I could do at the time. I was just broken. I could see no future. Thought I was just a burden to everybody. And then I started taking the classes, and they're wonderful because you learn so much. And it's like you're not the only one. There are others that have gone through it and they've come out the other side. Now I am a strong, independent, empowered woman.
And I always tell those ladies, go with what your gut's saying. Don't second, because that gut feeling of there's something wrong means there is something wrong. And that it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. And it's not a fixed thing, and it might take many years for you to get through on therapy, and that's okay, that's normal. Coming here, they show you are a valuable person and that you deserve to be loved and cared for.